60s.
That's right.
This whole evening, I think, is...
That's right. We'd like to dedicate this song to the 60s. Anybody back there who was alive during the 60s. This is B.C. Dylan, right?
Yeah, B.C.
That's right,
B.C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cause you swift and the rain won't live. It's closed and the railings froze. Get your mind off winter time. You ain't going nowhere.
We ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Whoa, no, we gonna fly down in the easy chair.
I don't care better than they send. On came in the morning when pick up your bags and pack up your tent. You ain't going nowhere.
We ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Whoa, no, we gonna fly down in the easy chair.
Come on, Billy.
Give me a flute and a cup of shoes.
Okay, sometimes, but do not trust yourself to a tree with a rough cow. You ain't going nowhere.
We ride me high. Oh, tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh no, we gonna fly down in the easy chair.
Genghis Khan and his brother John, they could not keep from keeping on. Comet Hill and Chorus bound collar, you ain't going nowhere.
We ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh no, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. Ooh, we ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Whoa, no, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. Ooh, we ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Whoa, no, we gonna fly down in the easy chair.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any Jimmy Buffett fans here in the audience tonight? Uh-oh. I think we might be in a lot of trouble.
We're really sorry to hear that.
We were planning on doing a Jimmy Buffett song right now. At least it was at one time a Jimmy Buffett song. The words have been changed a little bit. And we really do need to apologize ahead of time.
If we offend anybody of English or Irish origin, anybody from the Traditional Music Society here in town.
I wouldn't imagine.
This is, Jimmy Buffett's name was not Jimmy Buffett anyway, it was Jimmy Buffet. And I don't know if you...
We got that from, playing with his younger brother, Jimmy Petit Déjeuner.
This is about some of the terrible things that are happening in the British Isles. Continue to happen.
Nibbling on fruitcake, sponging off namesake. I'm watching the Arabs all covered with oil, thumping my big thing and tuning my G-string, while all of London is beginning to broil.
Blasting away again in Margaret Thatcherville, gulping down my last glassful of malt. The English claim that she's the woman to blame,
But I know it's Her Majesty's fault. I don't know the reason they charged me with treason, and nothing is sure but my classic MG. It's time to start scooting away from the shooting and looting, but not until after my crumpets and tea.
blasting away again in Margaret Thatcherville, gulping down my last glassful of malt. The English claim that she's the woman to blame.
But I know it's Jimmy Buffett's fault. I stepped on a bomb top. It blew off my flip-flops. It burned my whole leg. I'm laid off for a year. And it's still so tender. But though time may mend her, this darn plastic bullet's still lodged in my ear. What did you say?
Blasting away again in Margaret Thatcherville. Open down my last glass for the malt. The English claim that she's the woman to blame.
But I know it's my own darn fault.
The English claim that it's the Irish to blame.
But I swear that it's everyone's fault.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, we're very pleased to have with us tonight the philatelist of the nth degree, somebody who's probably the worst juggler in the world. Here he is, Jed Herring. Jed Herring, he is the harmonica champion from Fiddler's Grove Convention for 2 years running, 1 year standing, 1 year flat drunk on his back.
That's right, Bob. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for pointing that out.
And over here on bass, none other than somebody who's mesmerizes people with his quicksilver fingers over the fingerboard, Fred Herring. Fred Herring, who is the bass champion from Fiddler's Grove Convention.
And of course, Ned Herring here has actually never won anything at the Fiddler's Convention.
But he was awarded an honorable mention. Of course, that was at a Riddler's Convention.
That's right.
For sincerity. That was the yodeling contest, right?
That's right. I wasn't yodeling.
That's right.
No, but this is an old traditional tune for any traditional music fans out there, called Black Mountain Rag. the mouth.
Thank you.
Snap, oh what a happy sound. Snap is the happiest sound they found. You can rap, flap, tap, crap, but snap makes the world go round. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies.
I say it's crackle, a crispy sound. You gotta have crackle or the pot's not round. Yeast crackle, that is tickle, bounce, bungle, beach, pickle. Crackle makes the world go round. Snap, crackle,
Pop Rice Krispies.
I insist that pop's the sound. The best is missed unless pop's around. You can't stop hopping when the cereal's popping. Pop makes the world go round.
Snap, crackle, Pop Rice Krispies.
I say it's crackle,
What a poppy sound.
you gotta have crackle or the pot's not round.
You can't stop hopping when the cereal's popping. Snap,
Crackle
Pop makes the world go round. Snap,
crackle.
Pop Rice Krispies.
Thank you.
You know, we're trying to bring back good memories for a lot of you people from the 60s. I don't know if you know this, but Rice Krispies really has changed a little bit since we've been youngsters.
That
No, you-
marshmallows now, is
Yeah,
that right?
but, you know, we couldn't find a fourth member to go snap, crackle, pop, you know. So it's been kind of difficult.
We
But
don't approve, though, however, of people eating Rice Krispies with marshmallows.
We're
we,
purists.
We rather have our marshmallows straight, and it's much more healthy that way, I think. I'm not sure about that.
We actually had to take you back before the 60s now to the 40s. You see, we've always wanted to be a big band.
That's right, at one time there were 3 each of us.
That's
Can you imagine that?
But you know, with Reaganomics and the cutback and
It's hard to get volunteers to do this sort of work.
CETA funds really dried right up on us, and so now here we are. We're still doing the trio, but we like to do the big band numbers. And is anyone out there from Michigan?
Anybody willing to admit it?
No one will admit it. Geraldine here from Michigan, but she won't let it on. We'd like to dedicate this song to anyone from Michigan.
That's right. Mike, will you give me a little more monitor on just my microphone? Just a tiny bit.
This is a Glenn Miller song. Small matter.
No electricity.
In the mood, we better be in the mood, we better be in the mood, we better be. Tex, how's your new romance? The one you met at the campus dance. Wait until you see her, you'd agree. Hometown gal's the only one for me. For A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I got a gal in Kalamazoo. I don't mean to boast, but I know the toast of Kalamazoo. Years have gone by, my, how she grew. I liked her looks when I carried her books in Kalamazoo. I'm gonna send a wire, hopping on a flyer, leaving today. I ain't my dreaming, I can hear her screaming. Hi to Mr. Jackson, everyone thinks, oh, K-A-L-A-M-A-Z-O-O. What a gal, a real hipperoo. I'll make my bid for that freckle-faced kid I'm hurrying to. I go to Michigan to see that sweetest gal, Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo.
Thank you. We'd like to do another traditional number here. This is one to soften the psoriasis of your soul, to allow you to lean back on your limbic systems for a while and let your convolutions convalesce.
This is not a real happy song. In fact,
Most traditional music isn't, you know.
this particular selection is a dirge. And we'd like to let you know it's unhappy hour, and all drinks will be double price appropriately.
This is about the Jacobites, the guys who decided to come up with great statements back in the 15th century with such things as today is the last day of the rest of your life.
And things like death is nature's way of telling you to slow down.
Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, your thoughts I will proclaim. Your doctrines I must name. You shall hear, you shall hear. Your doctrines I must name. You shall hear. What's right and what is wrong? By the law, by the law. What's right and what is wrong? By the law. What's right and what is wrong? My short sword or my long? Our weak are more the strong. For to draw, for to draw. Our weak are more the strong. For to draw. What makes heroic strife? In the park, in the park. What makes heroic strife? In the park. What makes heroic strife? To whet the assassin's knife, or haunt a parent's life with bloody war, bloody war. Or haunt a parent's life with bloody war. Then let your schemes alone in the state, in the state. Then let your schemes alone in the state. And let your schemes alone before the rising sun. Or leave a man undone to his fate, to his fate. Or leave a man undone to his fate. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, your thoughts I will proclaim. Your doctrines I must name. You shall hear, you shall hear. Your doctrines I must name. You shall hear. Now sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic island aboard a tiny ship.
Tell it, Scotty.
The mate was a mighty sailman, the skipper brave and true. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. Started getting rough, the tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. Everybody, the minnow would be lost. Well, the ship set shore on a sunny day on a tropic desert isle with Gilligan, the skipper too, a millionaire and his wife, a movie star, the professor and Mary Ann here on Gilligan's Isle.
drugs,
no sex,
no alcohol,
not a single case of beer. Like Robinson Crusoe, the men all turn queer. The men all turn queer. Lesson each week, my friend, you're sure to get a smile from 7 stranded castaways here on Gilligan's Island.
Island music.
We've had a request from the band. That's very unusual. It was to stop playing, but I think we're going to do a few more, just a few more here. And this particular one is our food set for any of you who came hungry.
You can get out your bag lunches now. This is the appropriate time.
So we used to play it out of the bag. We like to rename it Back in the Bag.
Yes, well, that's what happens when we play music, actually. This is an old George Harrison number that I'm sure John Sebastian remembers quite well. And
I think old George probably remembers it too.
1, 2, 3. Oh, sweet lard,
Hare Crisco,
sweet lard,
Hare Crisco,
sweet white lard,
Hare
sweet
Crisco,
greasy lard.
Hare Crisco.
I really wanna know. You need to oleo you. So low cholesterol, you lard. Honey, thank the Lord for lard.
Hare Crisco,
Sweet lard.
Hare
Roll in it with me,
Crisco,
sweet lard.
Hare Crisco. Call any vegetable, call it by name. You got to call once a day when you get off the train. Call any vegetable, and the chances are good. Yeah, that the vegetable will respond to you. Ooh, la 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 la. That the vegetable will respond to you. Ooh, la 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 la. Call any vegetable. Call on the phone. Got to think of that vegetable. Lonely at home. Call any vegetable, and the chances are good. Yeah, that vegetable will respond to you. Ooh, ooh, la 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 la. That vegetable will respond to you. Ooh, ooh, la 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 la. Rutabaga, 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 rutabaga. No one will ever know if you don't wanna let them know. No one will ever know unless it's you that might tell them so. Call on the phone to you, smile and they're covered with dew. Vegetable dream, vegetable dream, vegetable dream will respond to you. Sitting there shiny and proud by your side, holding your joint while the neighbors decide. Why is a vegetable something too high? Too high, too high. Call any vegetable, call it by call one today. When you get off the train, call any vegetable, and the chances are good. Yeah, that vegetable will respond to you. Ooh, ooh, la 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 la. That vegetable will respond to you. Ooh, ooh, la 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 la. Rutabaga, 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 rutabaga. Red herring for the seafood lover in you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You know, we do a lot of oldies. There's no doubt about it. We do songs now that most people call obsoletes, as a matter of fact. We're doing the nursing home circuit here in town.
It's very convenient there. You don't have to bring all these speakers and amplifiers. We just plug directly into the hearing aid system.
And we had a great experience playing the March of Dimes telethon. You know, while we were performing, the sympathy calls just came pouring in. It was unbelievable, the outpouring of compassion for this band.
That's right. We're the only band who has been arrested in Winston-Salem for impersonating musicians. And we'd like to tell you about this particular song. It's from the year 3000 BC, so it is quite an old song.
It's so old. It's about a time when you couldn't get your car out of the driveway in the morning because a dinosaur had shat there.
You said Dinah Shore sat there? Is that right? Well, that is old. That's really going back there.
Well, it's not quite that old.
We first heard this in the 24-hour Kroger here in town, playing over the Muzak, and it was done by the 1001 Strings, the Hormone Tabernacle Choir, and I think Tony Bennett was singing lead on this one. It's really a pretty. So could we have the lights down just a little bit? That's perfect. Thank you. This is a very sensitive. It's written by one of the greatest songwriting teams of all time.
Oh, you must mean Lennon McCartney.
No, I'm not talking about Lennon McCartney.
Hanna-Barbera.
Yep, that's right. This is by Hanna-Barbera.
That's really funny, but it's true. It's very true.
Really great. You know, the Jetsons theme song. I mean, they wrote a lot of classics now. Think about it.
That's why we're taking so much time tuning. It's such a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful song. It needs all the help it can get.
Anybody want to slow dance on this one? It's quite all right. We're all friends here. We're all from the 60s.
Actually, Bob is playing an ancient Chinese instrument. Actually, a song entitled Tu Ning. You may have heard that before. I had a feeling. So beautiful.
Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. They're a modern Stone Age family. From the out of bedrock. They're up is the glory.
Come on, Tito. Come on, Pebbles. Help me out on this part. All right, with the family down the street. Now you'll go, courtesy of friends to feed. 'Cause when you're
with the Flintstones.
yes, we will.
We'll have a gay old
People ask these guys all the time, how can they hold that note so long? And I'll tell you the truth, it's a new form of respiratory yoga that they've been doing in Durham where they actually learn to inhale through their lower orifices. It's remarkable. It's incredible.
Been a lot of exhaling going on up.
Sticks and stones.
We'd like to do a very special song from a very special movie.
You'll never guess what it is.
You'll never guess what it is.
But if you do happen to guess, don't shout it out, ruin it for everybody else.
This is on every year. Every year I see this on television, and we're not going to give you any hints. It's, well, maybe one hint. One hint. It's about Kansas.
Oh, Bob, you gave it away.
That's right.
Oh, Bob.
It's the day after.
I get it.
This is the theme song, the day after.
No, it's not the day after. But there's a dog in it. That's another hint, a dog.
It really is a great movie.
It is wonderful. It's The Guns of Navarone. No, this is Bette Midler in The Rose. This is...
Actually, we're going to do the theme song from Tom Terrific. That's where...
Actually, it's the Maltese Falcon.
Okay, get dressed, would you?
I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. On my head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching. If I only had a brain, I'd unravel every riddle for any individual in trouble or in pain. With the thoughts I'd be thinking I could be Abraham Lincoln if I only had a brain. I could tell you why the ocean's near the shore. I could think of things I never thunk before. Then I could sit and think some more. I would not be just a nothing, my head all full of stuff and my heart all full of pain. Then perhaps I'd deserve you and be even worthy of you if I only had a brain.
When a man's an empty kettle, he should be on his mettle, and yet I'm torn apart.
just because I'm presuming that I could be kinda human if I only had a heart. Well, I'd be tender, I'd be gentle, and awfully sentimental regarding love and art. I'd be friends with the sparrows and the boys shoots the arrows if I only had a heart. Now picture me, a balcony, above a voice sings along. Wherefore art thou Romeo? I repeat, how sweet. But just to register emotion, jealousy and devotion, and really feel a part. I could stay young and chipper and I'd catch it in my zipper if I only had a heart.
What makes the king out of a slave? Courage. What makes the flag on the mast to wave? Courage. What makes the elephant charge his tusk in the misty mist or the dusky dusk? What makes the muskrat guard his musk? Courage.
Say lion.
Yeah.
Would you be afraid of a rhinoceros?
Impossible.
What if you met up with a elephant?
I'd wrap him up in cellophant.
Oh yeah? Well, dig this, man. I mean, say you're cruising down the jungle path, and there in your way is this big fat, and he's going right across the path.
An armadillo.
An armadillo. I'd get him a pillow.
I'd scratch off his hide with Brillo.
What would you
Okay,
do
but-
with a ring-tailed lemur?
I'd kick him in the femur.
This is degenerating fast, you guys. Wait a minute. What about a hippopotamus?
I'd thrash him from top to
Okay.
bottomus.
What about a brontosaurus?
I'd ask him to use Levorus. What makes the Sphinx the seventh wonder?
Courage.
What makes the dawn come up like thunder, you old tin can?
Courage.
What makes the Hottentot so hot? Who put the ape in apricot?
Del Monte.
What do they got that I ain't got?
Let's give it to him.
Yes, it's sad, believe me, missy.
right.
When you're born to be a sissy without the whip and boy. But I'd show my prowess behind. I don't know if I only had the knife. I'm afraid of 99. I'm just a dandelion. I'm afraid I don't do soy. But I'd be brave as a blizzard.
I'd be as gentle as a lizard.
I'd be as brilliant as a gizzard.
If the wizard is a wizard who will serve.
Then I'm sure to get a brain,
A heart.
A knife.
Up to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. For here he is, the wizard of a whiz, if ever a whiz there was. If ever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz is one because of the wonderful things he does.
We're off to see the
Let's
wizard.
see the wizard, the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Is a whiz of a whiz, if ever a whiz, if ever a whiz there was. If ever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz is one because of the wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We've enjoyed playing for you, and oh, you've been so lovely. Oh, you know, this is the biggest sitting ovation we've ever gotten.
This is a great sitting ovation.
Wonderful
One of the
sitting
best
ovation. We know.
The band, we would like to request.
Okay, we'll consider this song our encore. Okay, I mean, even though we didn't get off the stage, we didn't put all our.
That's right. We didn't want to do that. We're lazy. We're getting old.
Yeah, basically. But Steve's going to play a very special instrument now. It's been handed down from in his family from generation to generation, from father to son, and from actually from grandfather to father, from father to son. I believe it was through your sister. Is that right, Steve?
That's right, Billy. This was handed down from my father through my sister.
She must be your half sister now.
That's right.
That's
But I have two.
well.
We need
Yeah,
a volunteer from the audience to help us tonight.
Actually,
Just hold.
true.
we have a boom stand.
We have a boom stand.
Okay, we have a choice of using a boom stand or anyone who wants to start a career in,
Oh, wait a minute, we have a
in
volunteer
microphonology. She's volunteering to
well,
leave.
You're on the wrong way.
She's volunteering right away to leave.
That person must have been a plant.
I think she was not a vegetable, maybe a flowering plant. Well,
Music has a sense of urgency to it, doesn't it?
Especially our music.
Get him out of here. Okay, so we won't use a volunteer. What the heck?
You know, Steve has actually played saw with a lot of very famous bands. The Carpenters, for example.
He played buzzsaw with Jimi Hendrix for many years.
It was one of the most constructive periods of my life. We did a lot of studio work at that time. We built the whole studio.
It's wonderful. Look, I can't cope anymore with these saw jokes. I just can't. I can't cope with.
Oh, Bob, after a while, I think you learn to hack it. Really. It just keeps going around and around in circles. I don't know.
Really does.
You know, repeated saw jokes.
Let's make this a jig on this one, would you?
This might seem crass, but all this really takes a lot of skill from the band.
You know, saws come in a variety of different keys. There's A saws, there's D saws, just like harmonicas.
That's right. We played a lot of Old Testament tunes for a while, and of course Steve played an Esau and Esau at that time.
Somebody has our album out there, I think.
Speaking of our album, that's good that you remember that. Did we bring any?
Yeah, we have some in the car.
Oh, Red Herring does
About
have
1,000.
some.
Just brought a few.
We have about 25 left in this box of 500, so I would hurry. Really, there's really not a whole lot of them left.
I really wouldn't hurry. We have a greatest hits album. It's a 45. It's coming out next week.
That's right.
There may be some of you out there who aren't interested at all in buying a record, and I don't blame you. And actually, in that case, you might be interested in buying a T-shirt. We have a new line of lingerie coming out, boxer shorts.
We've had to get into retailing because our music is that bad. You know?
We started out just playing music. We weren't always this way. And then we got into sort of country music, easy listening. And then we went through a period of difficult listening music. As you can see, we haven't quite got out of that yet.
We aspire to be a talk band.
Just like talk radio.
Yeah.
We have an 800 number if anyone you want to call in tonight and just.
Yeah. We're going to be having a little discussion session later. If you want to discuss some of the things that have been happening in your life, we'll be happy to.
This is
just kidding. We really. This is sung by Stephen Foster, isn't that right? Where did we learn about?
Learned at the Foster home down the.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was the most unanimous response we've had all night.
Don't hold back the tears, anybody. I mean, it's quite all right. We're all friends.
Steve Nicely.
What a guy.
Way down upon the Swanee River, far, far away. That's where my heart is longing ever. That's where the old folks stay. All the world is sad and dreary everywhere I roam. Oh, brother, how my heart grows weary. Oh, for the old folks at home.
Steve Knight.
Thank you very much. We're going to take a short intermission at this point. If have the lights up for a while. We're going to take a short intermission to rearrange the stage, and John Sebastian will be right with you. Thank you.